Welcome to the No Cap Sports Show podcast where sports and combos collide. I am your host, Fredo.
Your co-host, Mo Money.
What he said was he was the co-host JWill, and I'm Millz Lane. Vacation does that to a person.
Hey, yes.
I thought y'all couldn't hear me for a second. I'm about to say, damn, this shit.
I know. How everybody doing? Shout out to Ebony Loft and shout out to Q Jones. What's up, family?
Hey, Ebony. Hey, Q.
Hey, to all our viewers and listeners out there, we apologize right now. We know we have DerMarr Johnson on deck. Right now, we're having some technical difficulties, so we're going to try to work through that as much as we can. But other than that, we're just going to keep it moving until he can get that situated and stuff like that, guys. Before we begin, guys, shout out to my to my big little bro, Kobe Turner, for holding it down for the past 2 weeks, man. For real. Shout out to Kobe, man. Shout out to Kobe, man. You did a fantastic job, man.
Yeah, he was killing it.
Yes.
Man.
So shout out.
Heights on.
Yes. Okay, we got DerMarr. Hold on. Hey, wait. Give us 5 minutes, home team. Shout out to Omar Evans and shout out to Fumi as well for holding it down, man. Much love and respect to you guys. Well, how was your vacation?
I ain't had
Mine
wasn't no vacation, man. I ain't had no.
Yeah, no vacation.
Nah.
What happened with you, Millz? Talk to us.
Went back to the DR for a few days.
Something
with the
about
fam.
that DR.
Something about that DR, but I think I'm done for a little bit. Just
all right.
Good.
Is the DR? Okay. Is it nice over there?
It's nice, and
yes,
the people are nice.
Yes, it is.
The customer service is really good. That's what I like about it.
Shout out to Chucky. What's up, Chucky? Okay. Well, like I said, in terms of my vacation, it was more of a mental vacation than anything. I just wanted to disconnect from all social media platforms, and just, just unplug everything, refocus, re-energize, and keep it moving and stuff like that. But look at, guys, without further ado, man, we're going to bring in this gentleman, man. He's one of DMV's finest that ever came out of the DMV, out of the DC area as well in terms of basketball, man. 6'9", 200, you know what I'm saying? Athletic, extremely skilled, can put the ball on the floor, pull up off the dribble, all that other good stuff. Hezzy, he was KD before KD. All right? He was KD before KD got that. So look here, man. I'm glad he took the time to come out and vibe with us, man. So we're going to go ahead and bring him on, man. We're bringing in DerMarr Johnson, baby.
Bring him out.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to the show, homie.
What's good, bro?
That you guys having me.
Yes, man. No, look here, man. Thank you, man, for coming out to vibe with us, man. We appreciate it, bro. I've always wanted you to come on, man. And like I said, it's an honor and a pleasure just to have you on, bro. But we just going to get right to it, man. Where did you grow up at, bro? Tell the viewers and audience, man, where you from?
For the most part, Riverdale.
Riverdale.
Mom's side of the family was in Riverdale. My dad's side of the family was in Northeast, right by Watts Playground. So I kind of both ways.
Okay, man. Your biggest influences and stuff like that coming up, bro?
My biggest influences were guys I probably shouldn't have been influenced by, really. As far as that, I got a chance to see Michael Jordan play on TV and on DVDs. I tried to copy and do all the things that on.
Gosh, bro. So you played it. So you played at Parkdale, and then you went to Maine Institute, right?
Newport. After Parkdale, then Maine.
Okay, and you was putting in some work, bro.
Sure.
Tell us about your experiences and what I'm saying, playing there.
Okay, I mean that's really when I started. I didn't grow up playing PB basketball. I was just playing at the rec around Riverdale and at the rec around Watts. And then when Curtis Malone found me, I just stayed back. And then he found me around Watts, put me on his AAU team, and then I ended up going to Parkdale, which is my family school. I mean, all my family went there. Curtis Malone went there. So I replayed my freshman year there. And, I had a pretty good year. But then after that year, we decided to move on to Newport for my sophomore year. Me and Delonte Hill became close, and then
Delonte Hill. Oh my.
DerMarr, did you I used to frequent the Herbos. I used to go to Dunbar in the summer. It was the best. And we are around the same age. Did you play at the coalition?
well, I played in the young game when I was young, when I was around 15.
Okay.
Be like the younger guys would play before the older guys. That stuff was all new to me around that time. I never really, that good. I mean, guys I thought was good around my way. I thought these guys were awesome. These guys didn't even play in high school.
So was it your height that got you more interested in people saying, look, man, you keep growing, we got to put you on a team? Or, where did you start developing your skills?
Well, playing with grown men, and I didn't play growing up on teams as a young guy, but just playing at the grown had to be shoot. So I was always able to dribble and always able to shoot. It just kind of came naturally. In our area, when you can cross a dude up, that was a big thing growing up. You hear about dudes crossing dudes up, they might can't do nothing else.
Right.
True story.
Shoot an air ball, but they crossed you up. They broke your ankles.
Yeah, I always try to learn all the moves, and then out of nowhere, I look up and I'm tall, and I'm taller than everybody, and I'm still crossing guys up, and I'm still shooting, but now I can fly.
Yeah.
And I'm a guard, which when guys my height are usually bigs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mo.
Hey, what's going on, DerMarr? So my question is, who's the best player you played with, and who's your best opponent, the guy that gave you fits?
Good question. So the best player I played with, it's between AI and Melo probably. When AI got to Denver, he was a little older, but he still was, averaging almost 30, and he still was getting like 40 something, 11 assists. Melo was young. Melo was killer, but he still was kind of young, So it was a mix between them two. I got a little bit of Tim Duncan, but when I played on that team, he still was great, but I just didn't see him do the things I seen Melo and AI do when I played against him. And now as far as my opponent, it's weird because the best player I played against I think is Kobe. I feel like I know Kobe pretty well. So he didn't necessarily, give me buckets.
Right.
Problems with dudes like they used to wear like 260, like guys like like Jamal Mashburn.
Yeah, that was a bucket right there.
Yeah, and they put me on these dudes, and they just really, especially my rookie year, they just trying to back me in, and I can't even fight these dudes. I like guarding guys like AI and guys like Kobe because I grew up playing on the street, grew up playing one-on-one, and I idolized these guys so much. I felt like I knew what they was doing because I watched them.
I got you. And then one last question for you: why do you feel like your Nuggets teams never got over the hump? Was it personality? Was it coaching? What was it?
Good question.
Another good question. Well, we kept losing to the Spurs, right? And I always say that if we had to play the Spurs in like a pickup game, we would kill them because I feel like we had better players. But they just were so well coached. They were better coached than us. They were more disciplined than us. And when I got a chance to play for the Spurs after I left the Nuggets, I just seen, I was like, okay, these guys just walk around like champions. These guys are no egos. And everybody knows their role. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. And us, we had just a whole bunch of talent, a whole bunch of good players who didn't necessarily know their role.
Right.
And the thing is, one year we beat the Spurs 3 times in a row in the regular season, and then the first game San Antonio in the playoffs, but then they wouldn't force straight games because they've been there.
The Popovich effect. What you got for him, Jay?
I mean, he kind of touched on my question. I hate he touched on it, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So, with Kobe being my favorite player, man, like walk us through like what it was like to share the floor and have to guard a guy like Kobe.
Yeah, so Kobe, like I said, I think I guarded him pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
He's had games of 40 against my team, but it wasn't a few. But so Kobe, he's just so skilled. Like Kobe was the best player. I feel like he's the best player in the league for a lot of my time in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq at first, and then it was Kobe. He just got counter after counter. It's like you take away something, then he got a counter for that. And he's just relentless. He can hit any shot. He'll take any shot. You can't stop him getting it off. You know, he'll switch to his left hand if he got to. And you know, like Kobe. I mean, Mike is my favorite all time. Kobe is second.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have an utmost respect for him. Like, part of me guarding him well is because I feel like I studied him a lot.
Right. So okay, I did not mean to cut you off, Jay.
Oh no, you
good.
good.
No, my bad.
Explain to the people, because Melo get a bad stigma as a teammate. Like how was he as a teammate during your Denver Nuggets days?
I mean, he was young, but still, Melo, he wasn't nowhere near a bad teammate. Wanted to play and win, you know.
Right.
Young dude who loved hoop. At that time, LeBron. It was like them dudes about to take over the league.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was putting in the work.
Right.
I don't know where that comes from. I know a lot of stuff with George Karl with a lot of his players when they left him. He had a lot of bad to say. You know, a lot of the guys like that left him, like Kenyon and Melo and JR and you know, he had his stuff, but Melo won a lot of games for us, almost single-handedly. You know,
he was a dog. Boy.
We had a really good team.
You did.
It all centered around him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he was nowhere near a bad teammate. I mean, the dude showed up to work every day and hoop.
Right. That's crazy, man. The coach, your ex-coach, will put that narrative out there like that, man.
Right. That's definitely unfortunate, man. But we got to go back to. I want to know about your about like your recruiting visits, man, because I know that you went to with Cincinnati from '99 to 2000, but did you have any other schools that you were interested in before? You know what I'm saying, before you chose Cincinnati? And then not only that, bro, it was speculation that you could possibly go pro. So I want you to elaborate on that in terms of why you didn't go pro and what schools were out there recruiting you.
Yeah, see, my recruitment was weird because as I jumped onto the scene, it was like, okay, going right. Like, since I'm a sophomore, I'm preparing to go right to the NBA. I was, well, from what they say, whoever the writers are, I was the best player in the country as an underclassman, junior. So these people are trying to say I'm gonna come out of the NBA junior and not even go to my high school. And it was weird. I mean, that was never done before, but it was never nothing I was considering. It was just what people were saying because I was supposedly the best player in the country at that time as a junior. So nobody thought I was going to college. So schools kind of, fell back. They wasn't about to waste their time and recruit me because I was never going to school. So the McDonald's game, Jonathan Bender, he ended up like 30, broke like Jordan record or something like that.
Yeah.
And he took a lot of momentum with him. Now it's like, okay, he's about to come out of high school. He wasn't even about to do that before that I know of. And the people around me was like, okay, you can still, you can come out. You'll be a top 15 pick. Go to your workouts and you can work your way, higher.
Right.
But they was just like, but I feel like you're too good of a talent to risk, not being drafted where you should be drafted. So just, go to school for a year, work on your body, because only thing they say how slim I was and, have a body and all that, go get stronger. So, but around that time, when I'm deciding to go to school, a lot of these schools already got their scholarships and, they ain't think I was going to go to school anyway. I grew up a North Carolina fan. So when it came to my last few schools, it was Cincinnati, Maryland, UConn. I had UNC Charlotte in there. Delonte Hill went there. That's my brother. And, I just was, showing them love. I used to go to Charlotte all the time, and I did like it up. But Cincinnati just ended up making the most sense. Kenny Satterfield had already signed there from New York. He was a McDonald's All-American.
He sure was. Yeah.
phone up like, yo, you got to come up here. You got to, come to school with me. But Hugs came and spoke to me. It just made sense.
Okay.
These guys lifted this when they got here. 2 months later, this what they lift. They had Jordan, and it felt right.
Wow. So you say you played, Kenny Satterfield. Yeah, Kenny Satterfield, what, Steve Logan, Kenyon Martin.
Yep.
That 99, 2000 year, you guys was what? I think you guys was 27-4, and you guys lost to Tulsa in the second round, man. That was a hell of a team you guys had, man. Tell me how was that feeling, man, playing in the in terms of March Madness? We look at it on TV, but as an actual player, you get just to take on the atmosphere itself. Give us give us your feeling about that.
I actually took it for granted. I didn't realize how serious it was because I'm thinking about the NBA. I know I'm only going to be here for a year. In my experience, like, we was number one for most. Kmart broke his leg first tournament. So now we without Kmart, who was the player of the year that year, who was all everything. And now we all, it was a big blow to us. We felt like, man, season over. Now I'm thinking about, okay, I need to prepare for the draft. Kenny Satterfield thinking about, is he going to come out of school or not? And I think it kind of, messed with the whole team. Even though I think we were still good enough to go further. Had we lost him early in the year, we would have had the chance to play without him. Man, we lost him so late, we didn't know how to really play without him. And we ended up going down in the second round in the tournament. And man, I was out of here to the draft. Now coming back here as a coach, I kind of look at it differently. Like, man, if we could actually went further. Like this city still think like that was a team that would have definitely won a championship if Kmart didn't break his leg.
Wow. Go ahead, Millz.
DerMarr, I have two questions, but the first one is about your rookie season in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Talk about that. All of the things that are thrown at you. You're from the area. All of the new things, the new experiences. And then my second question is a little deeper. So let's start with that. What was your experience like your rookie season?
It was kind of up and down. I was, I'm used to playing. I'm used to being out there, and I wasn't out there like I thought I should have been. Right? We wasn't that talented of a team. I felt like I was in practice, doing what I was supposed to do, but they had a plan for me to bring me along slowly. Sort of like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, Kobe didn't start his first year. He didn't
Yes.
bring him along slowly. Tracy didn't play much his first 3 years.
In Toronto, you're right.
They seen that formula and they wanted to do that thing for me. But I'm watching my guys, my draft mates, guys who I've played against, guys who I know I'm better than, that they probably know it too. And they're playing. They're out. They on the floor, doing their thing. And I get in, play one game, play decent, don't play next game. And I had a lot of highlights my rookie year, but I just didn't have consistent minutes where they would just allow me to go out there and
Thank you for that. And now I want to go a little deep. Most of the people on here noted that you were in a really bad car accident that could have ended your career. But I want to know. I don't want you to rehash all of that, but I do want to know how you built yourself up. How did you keep yourself motivated? There was a lot of tragedy surrounding and after your accident, but how did you keep yourself motivated and your spirit up?
I'm just a positive-minded person. I've always been that way. A lot of people know, especially NBA, they didn't think I would ever play again. I never believed that. I could have just had some insurance money and went to coach.
Right.
I mean, I'm 22 years old at the time, and that wasn't even an option for me. Maybe I was even naive. I'm like, man, the bone they're going to heal, and I'm going to be back playing. And I mean, that's what happened ultimately. But they never looked at me the same after that they did before that. Before that, I'm looking at I'm gonna be the franchise in a year. Before that, it's like after that, now it's an uphill battle, And I came back stronger, and it just wasn't the same, like my perception around me. But as far as me coming back, it was just a whole bunch of positive energy.
Did you feel like your game was the same?
I mean, I felt like I got better. I mean, I don't know if it was the same. I don't have full range of motion in my neck, but even now,
right.
Oh, I still be killing the young dudes on my team and wherever gym I'm in, dudes, and I'm still killing.
Right.
Now, I thought I came back and I still was a better basketball player than most of the guys, but perception wise, it just was when they see you a certain way, then when they see you a different way, you can never get that off you.
Hey, DerMarr, I got a question for you, man. My fault, Fred. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
All right, so every hooper at that level, if you got some game, you got at least one rival, right? Not saying necessarily you got beef with them, but you always got that one guy like when I see him on the schedule, like I'm gonna bust his ass. Like, who is that guy for you?
You talk about pros or just
high school, All American, college, it don't matter. That one guy that you just not necessarily it don't mean you don't like him, but when you see him, you like, okay, like I'm locked in tonight.
You know what? I don't have that.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. High school, maybe when we lost to Pilati a few times when I was in high school, and they had a really good team. They had some top D1 guys coming out in that 99 year. And we got them back a few times. So, anytime I'm playing against a good team, I was more locked in than when I played against
Right.
Of a person, it was just like, I got to get. So when I was in high school, once I came onto the scene, I was kind of like so much above the other guys, and then the closest guy to me, Keith Bogus, was on my team in AAU.
Keith Bogey.
Yeah, Keith Bogey.
Shout out to Bogey.
Together, so I didn't have to play against him. Only one time there was a guy named Marvin Stone, rest in peace. He was in the 99 class. He went to Kentucky and he passed away some years ago. One time they had him ranked number 1. And I was never a guy that really got into the rankings. I didn't even know what that was for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you rank kids? Like, I didn't even know them.
Right.
So they ranked this dude, Marvin Stone, ahead of me. He was coming to play a tournament in D.C. And he was a big man. And I did kind of think that was disrespectful, whoever did that. So we end up like matching up against each other, even though we're a different position. And I felt like I got the best of him, and we got into an elbowing match, even though he was way bigger and stronger than me. But back then I was a little crazy, especially when you in DC, bro. You wanted me to get out of here. Like it was a kind of different trying to, do that to me there. And he was nowhere near the player I was, I don't think. But that was just the one time when I felt like they disrespected me by ranking this dude above me.
Right. That's what's up.
In NBA, I never got a chance to be the man, whereas though I can even do that.
Right.
Just when I play against AI and Vince and Kobe, all them top shooting guards, and I just know I gotta be locked in.
Right. Well, real quick, all our viewers out there, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on that notification bell, man, so you get all the notifications whenever we go live weekly.
Okay, so DerMarr, let me ask you this, bro. That 2000 NBA draft class, man, you talking about Kenyon Martin, Stromile Smith, Darius Miles, Jamal Crawford, Mateen Cleaves, Marcus Fizer, Hedo Turkoglu.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me or tell us the feeling of getting your name called. You drafted 6 overall to Atlanta. David Stern is calling your name to be drafted. What was that feeling like?
For me, it was like about time, right? Because like I said earlier, when I first got onto the scene and first tournament with DC Assault, I got MVP. I got to get my first interview. I said, "Are you going to stay at high school?" I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what he was talking about. So since then. It was different from like Kenya, my teammate, who got drafted #1, and he's crying his eyes out because he had to, work his ass off to get there. I worked mine off too,
Right.
but he wasn't a top player. He wasn't like a skilled guy like me. He had to really, go to school for 4 or 5 years to do that. For me, it's like, man, they've been talking about me going to get drafted for the last 3, 4 years. So now it's finally here. All the work I've put in is coming to fruition. Now it's time to
look. Yeah, man, fuck all that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you should have been drafted #1? Let's get to there. Let's get to the nuts and bolts of it. Do you think you should have been drafted #1?
Oh, hell no. Kenya was the best player in college basketball at that point. Now, do I think I was the best talent in that draft? Yeah, I probably had the most upside.
Facts.
Probably could do the most in that draft. Yeah, but Kenya was a grown man. We were teammates, and he destroyed everything. Now, there was guys drafted before me and after me who had better careers. So I know I'm better than, just injuries and different, circumstances.
Right. Okay, that's true.
I got a quick question, DerMarr, man. Watching 2000s, that's like my era of basketball. That's when I really started locking in and studying basketball. I felt like you and Stromile Swift were born too early. If y'all were in this era, I think that your talents could have been better utilized.
Yeah.
You feel the same?
Yeah.
Good question.
That draft, even like Darius Miles, who was drafted #3. Like Stromile and Darius they're more similar than me and Stromile because all of us are long, lanky athletes. Right. Me and Darius, can do a ball. I can do what they can do, and I can also shoot. Darius wasn't a shooter, Stromile wasn't a shooter. He just was a super athlete. But for sure, I feel like if I'm playing right now, even if I'm not the man on the team, like this off my skills alone, I'm $25 million a year.
I love that confidence. Who gonna toot your own horn if you don't toot your own horn? I love that.
I do. Other people tell me this all the time, but I'm self-aware. I do know when I got in the league, you had to throw the ball in the post every time. I'm a star, and it just wasn't. It was a rare thing. I'm tall, I'm lanky, I could check any position, I could shoot, dribble. I can do everything on the court. And now they just play my style more than they did back then.
DerMarr, of all the organizations you played for, which one do you think grew you most mentally and physically?
Good question.
And because you said after the accident you felt like you were even better, I'm assuming you may not say Atlanta, but go ahead.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Well, in Atlanta, they all grew me. But, we didn't win, that GM in Atlanta, talk to him to this day, love him to death. If I don't get hurt, things turn out differently. When I got to Denver, New York first, New York, we went to the playoffs. But, I didn't play there a whole lot. It was just like half the year. But Denver is really the place where I feel like I had my best year in my second year in Atlanta, but in Denver, because now I'm playing with Kenyon Martin again. I'm playing with Carmelo, who used to look up to me. He used to drive down up our way to come see me play. Me and AI, who's one of my best friends to this day, became very close in Denver, and we were winning.
Yes,
we couldn't get past the Spurs, so. In Atlanta, we ain't get the playoffs. I won the divisions. And the city was a sports city. Atlanta at that time, they didn't show up to all the games for us. They show up for the other teams. Yeah. And in Denver, we packed out every night. They loved us there.
They did.
Yeah, so I feel like that's probably my favorite place I've played with because of that.
Okay, you got to give us, man. You got to give us one of your craziest NBA stories, bro. You got here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look here, man. This is the No Cap Sports Show podcast, man. Say what you got to say, man. We want to know. You got to give us one of your favorite, one of your craziest NBA stories, or if not funniest.
I'm a bad person for these kind of things because it takes more. I got to sit down and really think about that kind of stuff because so much stuff happens.
Okay.
And sometimes I can say something, and then we'll finish, and later I'll be like, damn, this happened. And
it's okay. You look here, man. You'll be a frequent guest as long as you want to, bro. Come back on here. Come back on here and finish it up.
I kind of need, like, what do you mean, like, on, off the court, like
on, off the court? It doesn't matter, bro.
Clean or dirty?
Clean or dirty. This is the No Cat Sports Show podcast, bro. You say what you feel,
man.
Say what it is,
man. Shoot, I don't even know what to tell you guys. So the crazy ones, that's real crazy. There's no way I can tell them ones.
Okay.
So trying to think of something, I had some crazy teams, especially my Denver team. Like I said, we were talented, but we were wild.
Oh yeah, that young JR boy.
What y'all do in 5 points? Tell me about what y'all did in 5 points out in Denver.
Everything. Shoot, man. I don't know, man. That's a hard question. That's something you'd had to tell me before. If I'd had to, but I can bring to y'all.
No crazy AI or Mellow story, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I got AI Mellow stories, but ain't nothing I could tell.
Yeah, right. Okay.
All right, so DerMarr in Denver, then it don't have to be a story. Who was the craziest teammate? Like, who did the most wild shit all the time? Like, you just like, yo, this dude right here, a wild guy, man.
For some reason, I already know the answer to it, but go ahead.
J.R. Smith?
Yep. I was thinking the same thing.
He ain't do a lot of wild, he just was, you know what? Okay.
Slowly coming back.
Yeah, okay. We here for it.
I gotta figure it out sometimes. I be forgetting this stuff. So one day, we in Atlanta, and my old team, and we all in Magic City, and it's like everybody's in there. My whole team's in there. The Hawks is in there. The Falcons is in there, and it's money flying all over this place. And so out of nowhere, they think they started playing like Walk It Out or something. JR jumps on the stage and he starts walking it out. So now everybody's throwing money at JR on the Magic City stage, like one of the dancers. And the night was already like a movie, but I don't know what made JR. He's younger than all of us. I was one of the younger dudes that he came. Like,
right.
He jumped up there. He always did a little walk it out dance, but I don't know if he picked the money up. But man, everybody just started throwing money at JR, and everybody was in there that night. It was, I guess, it was more funny being there. But when you brought up JR, that was one of the crazier that I seen him do.
Anybody had them lemon pepper Lou wings?
I don't think them was out.
No.
Hey, DerMarr, I got another question for you, man. What's some young dudes you like in today's game?
Young dudes, so I guess that don't count KD, right?
Well, I mean, of course, I know you like KD.
Yeah,
I got another question I'm gonna ask about that, so you'll probably get to bring up KD.
All right, so young dudes that I like. Obviously I like Luka, I like Tatum, I like Brandon Ingram. Who else I like? I like Trey. I gravitate mostly to like the more skilled dudes.
Right.
My favorite players are like KD and Steph. But like the
skill.
As far as young dudes, those.
All right, so my next question, regardless, I know you like. I see you like KD. So who's your top 5 players in the game right now? Because we go back and forth all the time. I want to hear your top 5 in the game right now. It don't have to be in order. It just just for
say that. All right, KD, Bron, Giannis, Steph. You got somebody you want me to say?
Go ahead, say it, DerMarr. Go ahead and say it, DJ.
That last one is very interchangeable. It could be Jokic. It could be Embiid.
There we go. That's my whole five right there.
Okay, and you about to say something else? You said
he's not gonna put Luka in there. He's not about to put Luka in there. No, not right now. Not yet.
Luke, it can be Luka. That fifth one, it can change. Like it goes back and forth.
It's fluid.
I think it's out of Embiid and Jokic, man. If you gonna put, I just don't think Luka has surpassed none of them guys yet. Right. That don't mean he's not a top 5 talent. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a top 5 talent for sure. But
okay,
DerMarr just named my whole top 5, man.
Hey, Embiid got to get to a conference finals, bro.
I mean,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Still doing this thing, man. It's regardless.
He doing his thing up until it's time to get to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like
it was
or
huh?
You like Jokic more than Embiid?
Me personally, yeah.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think he played in the for big men. I think he played in a tougher conference, and I think he's asked to do more with less a lot of times, especially with Jamal Murray not being there.
Yep.
I think he put a little bit more emphasis on his conditioning last year, and I think he's just a better player. He doesn't get all the flash. He doesn't make all the jokes. He just put work in. He do work.
True story. All right. DJ, before we close out, man, this is the part where we're not gonna be easy on yet, bro. All right, so you might as well just go ahead. You might as well just go ahead and get yourself ready right now because you're about to enter Fredo's 5-pit, champ.
All right.
So it should be just like I said. I got like 30 rapid fire questions and stuff like that. A couple of 1-word answers, and you just go ahead and flow from there, bro. All right.
Give a rapid fire. I like to think, but I try.
All right. Let's go. Okay, Kobe Bryant.
What's the question?
You got to give me a 1-word answer. The best describe. When if I give you if that's Kobe Bryant, you give me a 1-word answer.
Great.
Allen Iverson.
Fearless.
MJ.
Coke.
Carmelo Anthony.
Bucket.
Kurt Smith.
Ooh. I mean, I want to say the same thing I said about Carmelo.
Say it.
Trouble.
Yeah, just for our viewers and listeners out there, Kurt, I hope you listen, man. I really want you on this show, man. You are one of my favorite players ever. So I just want to put that out there in the atmosphere. Anybody get in touch with Kurt, let him know we want him on the No Cap Sports Show podcast in the near future. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Well, all the time.
Yeah, that's what he saw your watts, didn't he? He caught your watts.
But he's the one that told Curtis Malone about me.
That's what's up right there. That's what's up, man. Yeah, Kurt Smith, the GOAT himself, for real. Northeast Groovers of Backyard.
Northeast.
Bob Huggins. Take your time. It's okay.
Huggins. A good one. Dang. That's actually pretty tough.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll keep it moving. Kenyon Martin.
Oh man. Art.
DC or DMV?
DC.
I knew it. Watts or Berry Farms?
Watts.
The best fan base you've ever played against?
Against?
Yes.
Well, Sacramento in NBA, but I played some places overseas with nuts.
Okay. Kevin Durant or LeBron James?
KD.
You hear that, fellas? You hear that? Did y'all hear that? KD. All day, every day.
Did you say fellas?
7 days. Yeah. I'm sorry. No. Millz, you fine. You fine, Millz. I just want to put that out there.
I mean,
DJ said, go ahead.
I thought KD was better for a long time.
Did you hear that too, guys?
Hey, okay. Let's get somebody on here from Akron. You know what I mean?
Well, the skill guys.
There you go. Yeah. That's what I like. Okay, cool. All right.
Leadership is a skill, but go ahead, ask your question.
Hey, yeah. Okay, got you. The No Cap Sports Show podcast or $1 million worth of game. Well, damn, DJ.
I mean,
damn. You got to let us know something, bro.
I think the man has spoken.
okay.
See, I was about to get you an NIL deal.
Did you get his cash app? What we got to do?
Of course. I mean, I don't like how Gilly trying to go at Rick Ross right now.
There it is right there. So there it is. The No Cap Sports Show podcast. It's all good right there, bro. Okay, so what rapper would you choose to save your life lyrically? Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Biggie, Nas, or Lil Wayne?
Jay-Z.
Okay. What would DerMarr Johnson now tell his younger self?
Good question. I mean, I want to say listen, but I've always listened. You know, I don't know. That's a good question because, like I said, I want to tell myself to listen, but I didn't have the right things being told to me, so it's hard to listen. I always listen, but you got to have the right things being told to you. Listen to.
Absolutely. Okay. If there was a movie about your life, what actor would you choose to play you?
I don't know how many actors. 6'9". It was a little. I don't know. I got to pick a new actor that ain't been out there yet, man. To play me, you got to be, a tall, skinny dude. And none of the actors that's out here now. That's 5'8".
Okay. All right. Cool. You got to pick 10 players from the area, or 9, including yourself, that you would mob against anybody.
Moochie. Oop, my bad.
Phil, you want to pick? I know. All in their prime, right? Not
absolutely, bro.
Okay. Kurt, for sure. Kurt Smith.
Yes.
See, this is a tricky question too, because there's guys who I've always looked up to and always hold in such high regard, but then there's guys that came after them that's probably better players. But
pick them. We got no, bro. Come on, this is the No Cap Sports Show podcast. Put them on it.
KD, Mike Beasley.
Yes.
Jeff Green. Gotta have some bigs.
It don't even matter what big. It can be all guards. I want to know what mob you picking. You know what I'm saying? That you will mob against anybody.
I just hate this question because I grew up, on Kurt and Greg Jones and Moochie.
Yes, I'm waiting for you to pick them.
Those dudes always be here for me.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Moochie, Greg Jones, and Kurt Smith, man. They are legends within the area.
Lonnie, I mean, his dudes, you know what I mean?
Lonnie Harrell, absolutely.
Oh, Lonnie, yes.
Yeah, Lonnie's supposed to be on this daggone podcast, man. Stop pump faking L Train and get up on here. Yeah, okay.
Young dudes who got a chance to learn from like me and Keith, and like we learn from them dudes, and they got a chance to take it further,
Absolutely, man. The pioneers.
Respect them. I say this name, and then dudes calling me like.
And that's what I'm saying, man. It's not that serious at the end of the day. This is not to you, DJ. It's not that serious at the end of the day. You're right. It's just you just picking the 10 that you're mob against you. But you're right. I get it because you're right. Some people are getting their feelings and stuff like that. We don't need that, bro.
And I don't need. I be seeing a lot of these lists. I don't mention like Elgin Baylor's and Dantleys and them dudes
from the area too.
And then they put in major work.
Yeah.
I go
There's
look.
So many from here. Lawrence Moulton, right?
Lawrence Moulton, Walt Williams, those dudes.
Yes.
I really looked up to. And
absolutely, bro.
But then them old dudes, I go look at old tape. I'm just like, nah, man, they did a whole lot.
Yeah. Charlie Moe, rest in peace, Charlie Moe.
Yeah. Charlie Moe, Charles Smith, like all these dudes, like family.
Yeah. Okay.
DerMarr, do you remember Len Bias? Because I was little when he passed, but I remember him playing. Do you remember him playing?
I don't remember him while he was playing, but like shortly after. You know, I always go back and do my homework. I watch.
Yeah.
I watch. Body.
All right. Georgetown or Maryland?
Maryland.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
In the world.
In the world, where would it be?
Shit, somewhere warm near some water.
Bet. Favorite sneakers or hoop in?
I hope in KD's or Kobe's.
Okay. Favorite NBA or NFL team growing up?
Giants. And I grew up a Bulls fan.
All right. Best sports movie of all time?
Got special. See that. Favorite sports movie? I like a lot of them. I don't know. You got me stuck on that one too.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, we'll just go ahead and give you Remember the Titans. It's okay. We good with that.
That's
all
right. I don't give them Remember the Titans because that's our school. I was gonna say Rocky. Like, who didn't like Rocky?
I didn't.
I love Rocky.
I didn't.
I was a big fan of Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky. I did not like Rocky, man. I did not like Rocky.
Italian boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. Favorite TV show, DJ?
Favorite TV show? Man, I watch too much TV to have a favorite. I watch everything.
Good. Okay. Something about you that the world don't know. That artist, you know what I'm saying? You like to paint, which you like, you know.
I mean, well, I golf a lot now, but I post. People know that.
Okay.
Oh no,
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Sometimes I might listen to any kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Like I put mine on shuffle, and I might play Tupac, and might play Adele. Like
okay.
Hey.
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's called versatility, man. All right, Madness all day, shooters, or we are one.
We are one.
All right. Last but not least, Curtis Malone.
Pops.
Shout out to Curtis Malone. Shout out head honcho, former DC Assault. Absolutely, man. All right, so you passed for flying colors, man. You didn't get a couple in, but we go ahead and give you 85%. Yeah, we go ahead and give you 85% on that, man. But look, bro, we want to take, like I said, we want to take this opportunity, man, to thank you, bro, and just to taking time out of your busy schedule to come on and vibe with us, bro. We just wanted to bring you on, man, give you your flowers and stuff like that, bro. You're one of the best that ever came out of the DMV, man. Again, like I said before, you were KD before KD, and like I said, I just, you know, this was the perfect time, bro. And like I said, I definitely appreciate you coming on, vibing with us, bro.
Hey, I appreciate having me, man. This was a good one. Y'all had some really good questions.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
So
Any final?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was about to say it's cool to meet you. And shout out, man, for answering that final exam. Fred really had 30 questions, man. Damn,
exam. 85 on that. That's a damn.
Hey, DerMarr, I guess you graduate, man.
I'm used to answering questions.
All right, get us out of here, Millz.
Y'all, thank you for joining us after 2 weeks off. We all been on vacation. If you notice, I'm a shade darker from the DR, but we appreciate you always watching. We'll be back here next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. We appreciate you, DerMarr, for coming here. It was a delight. I loved your answers, and hope to see you back here soon.
All right. Good night and God bless, guys.